Two street vendors in South LA still in shock tonight after being robbed at gunpoint. One of them was shot in the foot during the violent confrontation. It happened at a food stand called Tacos Arandas.
And the vendors say the man who robbed them isn't a stranger. KTLA's John Finolio live from South LA with more from the victims tonight. John.
Yeah, Sharon Mecca, that's right. Tacos Arandas here on East Florence Avenue. This is where it all went down. The victim actually works at a fruit stand right next door. He ran over to intervene. That's when the suspect opened fire. The victims tell us that the suspect was easy to find because he lives right around the corner. Pablo Briones is back at work despite being robbed and shot late Saturday night.
Ya me siento un poco mejor.
I feel a little bit better, but I'm still battling with the pain.
The moment captured on surveillance video. Watch as a man in a black jacket approaches a different vendor with a gun demanding money. The suspect even strikes the vendor in the head. That's when Briones, seen here in the green jacket, walks over and tries to intervene. The suspect then turns the gun on him and demands his cash.
He entered into the altercation as well because he's a very good friend of ours and just wanted to help out.
Walks over and tries to intervene. The suspect then turns the gun on him and demands his cash.
He entered into the altercation as well because he's a very good friend of ours and just wanted to help out.
Lisbeth Velasquez and her family owned the food truck Tacos Arandas on the 300 block of East Florence Avenue. She says the suspect shot Briones in the foot after he handed over his hard-earned dollars.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to take the bullet out because it would do more damage than good.
And in a strange turn of events, Briones, the other vendor, and the Velasquez family say they've known the suspect for years.
We're like, what? We know him though. How could that even enter someone's mind? You know, like you've known an individual for so long.
So the next day, Velasquez went out looking for the suspect.
We drove by and we saw them, so we informed the police, and that's actually how they made the arrest.
As for Briones, he's just glad the shooter is behind bars.
Yes, I am content because I know he won't be causing more problems. He won't keep causing more robberies because he's robbed all.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, HaRachakadash, the bonus of the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame of looking like heathens, who spill bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, so Yeshua. So I got a quick lesson and stuff. Any of the preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And as you could tell and stuff, you know what I'm saying? As you can tell, you know, in the short video and stuff, here it is. You know, it was an individual and stuff that the vendors known, you know what I'm saying, for years and stuff that tried to rob. So this is 2nd Esdras in Apocrypha, chapter 14, and I'm started 13. It says, now therefore set thy house in order and reprove thy people. This is comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. You know what I'm saying? Because things are just going to get worse. They're going to continue to skyrocket and get worse because people are desperate. And when people are desperate and whatnot and stuff, they go to new lengths. You know what I'm saying? You know, they become extremists. You know what I'm saying? Right? They go to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? They fall to the extreme if they're forced to go there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be complete Armageddon and stuff on earth. Complete anarchy. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of, you know, we're coming into times, you know what I'm saying, you know, even if it's been betrayal already and stuff, but the motives for betrayal and stuff are going to heighten, you know what I'm saying, and individuals and stuff who's not on the same accord, like it says in Amos 3:3, can two walk together lest they be agreed, and a lot of people are finna be in disagreements, you see, you know, and it's going to really get worse and stuff because a lot of people have certain things and stuff that they could escape certain feelings and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be cut to a short. You know what I'm saying? Eventually down the line and stuff, people gonna be killing each other, robbing each other, doing sexual favors and whatnot for cigarettes, weed, food, uh, 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 even for a place to stay or hospitality. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, it's gonna be a lot of break-ins. It's gonna be a lot of home invasions and whatnot and stuff, and many of those home invasion stuff is gonna be people that that you familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Your kids play with their kids and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And low key, they robbing. It's gonna be a lot of treachery going on. People that have been wanting to, seeing your wife and whatnot, and been wanting to deal with her, trying to give her some Mac on the low, being too extra friendly and whatnot and stuff, and can't hold themselves. And now, you know what I'm saying, they trying you and stuff with a pistol. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? And the Lord's saying to flee from these times and get yourself in order, meaning get yourself in order according to how He wants you to be. If you are a Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, and Israelite who out with parents instead of a heathen who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father, you know what I'm saying? You need to get yourself together and stuff, because there's only one way to have a spiritual hedge. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? So it says, verse 16, it says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." It says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein." You see, right? Right? And people that's of the world and stuff, guess what? They're going to increase in evil. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is pretty much set up to bring it into a new world order, but it's going to be a order. It's going to be order. Sorry, KO, order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Order out of chaos. So chaos needs to come first and stuff in order for them to establish a new world order. You know what I'm saying? And this is being done on purpose and stuff by the ones that you voted for and the elites. The Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, the rich Jewish banker families, the fake Jews, the ones that call themselves Israeli and Jewish. They don't call themselves Jews, they call themselves Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Which is not found in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? They do not call themselves Israelites and stuff. And that should let you know who are the fakes and who are the real, especially in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, which shows the curses that the Lord placed upon the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, for a sign, as it says in I think it's the 49th verse. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, evils are going to increase and whatnot, and the Lord said to flee from them. So this is Ephesians. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 4. And it says, chapter 5, verse 15, it says, See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. You know what I'm saying? Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And these things got to come to pass and stuff in order for the kingdom to come. You know what I'm saying? Just like how in every action movie and whatnot and stuff, most of the action or that main event or that main battle and stuff is at the end of the movie. And we at the end of the last of the days. You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh Shai came on the scene, that was the beginning of the last days. But we're at the end of the last days. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be troublesome. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be like the movie Book of Eli. It's gonna be like Maze Runner Scorched Trails. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like The Road. It's gonna be like I Am Legend. You know what I'm saying? No, it's gonna be just like that. You know what I'm saying? You see? And when in Book of Eli and stuff with Denzel Washington, when he was talking to the girl named Jackie from that '70s show and stuff, you know what I'm saying, which she's a Jake, she's an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, and Kelso, you know what I'm saying, and Fonz, You know what I'm saying? You know, what's his name? Fez. Al Fez. I believe that was his true whole name in that TV show. You know what I'm saying? Those are Jake's, you know, and maybe Donna. But the thing is that um um you know uh, uh, this is part of the Lord's will and stuff. This is how things are gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And as it continue to increase and whatnot and stuff, you're gonna find yourself being in a situation where people are gonna betray you and stuff for the smallest thing. Because people are used to what America has taught people and stuff to be for yourself. Do it thou will. You know what I'm saying? You know, right, and a lot of people are gonna have Satan or the spiritual demon Satan, you know what I'm saying, or the league of demons, whatever level they on, you know what I'm saying, persuading them and stuff to do people who have done great onto them and stuff to do them dirty. Okay. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. I'm sorry, verse 7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom." You know what I'm saying? You know, nation goes into people. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's going to be race wars. You know what I'm saying? As if it's not happening already and stuff. The KKK and stuff. They're going to bring their ass out again and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it ain't just going to be Negroes. It ain't gonna be just niggas that they come after. They're gonna come after you Mexicans. They're gonna come after you Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they are in the United States and stuff, you a Jake, they coming after you first. Because the KKK usually consists of full-blooded spirited Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? And heathens. Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? You know, and their spirit is gonna collapse. You know what I'm saying? With Jake. You see? You know, right? You know, race against race, ethnicity against ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says, and when it says kingdom against kingdom, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be different nations. You know what I'm saying? You know, different countries and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fight one another and stuff. Because guess what? We are in the midst. You know what I'm saying? Of World War III. You know what I'm saying? You see. It says verse 8, it says, "All these are the beginning of sorrow." Right? It says verse 9, it says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." You know what I'm saying? That's referring to the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So there's also going to be a great insurrection on those who say, "How about you outside?" You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be seeking to do all types of dirt to you. I'm saying, you know, and guess what? That includes your family. That includes, friends. That includes co-workers and whatnot and stuff. Pretty much a lot of people are going to have cold shoulders. It says verse 10, it says, "Then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." And I'm going to get to verse 12. It says, "Because in iniquity shall down with wickedness." You know what I'm saying? Sin upon sin, you know, right? It says, "The love of many shall wax cold." You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna you got that old saying, so the blood is thicker than water, but you're gonna find out that water is more dense than blood. You see, you know, and people gonna be doing you win. All right, so this is Matthew chapter 10. It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. And it says, "For I am come." It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." You see, when you go into that word variance, it means make apart, that is sunder. You know what I'm saying? Set at variance. You know what I'm saying? You see, so, you know, people are going to be separate. If they don't see eye to eye, then guess what? They're going to be thinking to do you in. They're going to automatically count you as an enemy. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're going to also have those and stuff where you got those and stuff who believe in the truth, believe in every word that the Bible speaks of and stuff. And then you're going to have the John 16 and 2s who believe in Christianity, or they believe in some sort of other religion and whatnot and stuff. And based off their religion and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be at odds with each other and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Blood ain't going to matter. You see, right? And it says verse 36, it says, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. You see, right? Right? You know, and then it's also going to be cliques with the family and stuff, you know. Even though you're all family and whatnot and stuff, right? All got the same blood and whatnot. It's going to be like, well, shoot, me and him or me and her and stuff, we've been down from the get-go and stuff. And where you been? It's going to be a lot of that too. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's going to be like, but we family though and stuff. They're going to be, and people going to be like, I don't care. I don't care. Where was you at when woo to woo? Where was you at when this, that, and the third happened? You know what I'm saying? Where was you at when ABC went down and XYZ happened and came around? Where was you at? Woo to woo. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're going to have individuals like that too. You see? That's within the family. That's close friends. And I forget what movie it is, but you had an old boy who got shot in the head with the green tracksuit. You know what I'm saying? You know, or it was an individual that looked like him. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you had Mike Epps in the movie too, and they was doing these different things and stuff for money. And Mike Epps was pretty much was like, man, you know, I wouldn't do you dirty and stuff for no money. I wouldn't do you in. And, you know, him and his homie and stuff was arguing because the love of money is the root of all evil. And part of that evil is betrayal of strong friendships, old friendships, you know what I'm saying, close relationships with those who've been down for you and stuff from day one. You know what I'm saying, right? Once Satan slides in and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and he see a way to devour you and stuff, right? He gonna pounce. Just like how Mufasa off Lion King, the movie, you know what I'm saying, right? The legend. How he was teaching Simba and stuff to pounce, using Zazu as bait. You know what I'm saying, right? And this is how Satan is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes down to individuals and stuff who are controlled by their lust. You know what I'm saying? Or first and foremost, don't have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's gonna cause you to turn. You see, it's gonna be the ones who are not filled with the law and whatnot, who's gonna be easily disturbed. You see, right? Right, and plus a lot of people and stuff, you know, for as long as men of the Lord been out there on the highways and byways, in season, out of season, all manner of weather, preaching His word and stuff and giving warning. You know what I'm saying, right? The thing is that, you know, a lot of people still haven't prepared themselves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? It's gonna be great confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Second Ezra, the 5th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You know, and people are gonna be losing it. You know. You know, it's gonna be putting in the chaos cheat code and stuff for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody stealing somebody's car, as you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Stealing somebody's car, stealing the ambulance, stealing police cars, stealing police officers' guns and equipment and whatnot. It's gonna also be like the video game The Last of Us and whatnot and stuff, and people are gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Right? People are gonna change. You know what I'm saying? You know, so this is just quick sit down. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And it says, in that knowing, this is Romans 13 and 10. It says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law, because the second greatest commandment and stuff is to treat thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I'm saying? Which hang all the law and all the prophets. You see? Right? Do unto others as you would do unto yourself. You know, as you would want to be done unto yourself. Verse 11, it says, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting or in drunkenness. It says, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy, but put on the Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. You know what I'm saying? You know, because we got you got that old saying, you know what I'm saying, keep your head wired tight. You know what I'm saying? You know, as salvation gets closer, the more dangerous it's going to be in this damnable world. You know what I'm saying? You see, and more dangerous the people are going to become. And right? And especially those and stuff who believe in the Lord. Because remember, in the movie Book of Eli, for a quick example, you know what I'm saying, what happened when it came down that, when it was known that he had the Bible, you know what I'm saying, you know, and on top of that and stuff, it was known that he also had the knowledge. You know what I'm saying, you know, he was chased after. You know what I'm saying, you see, you know, and for the time that we're coming in, it says in Proverbs 22:3, it says, prudent man foreseeth the evil and stuff and hide himself, right? So the smartest thing to do and stuff is going to be like, well, it's going to be dangerous out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, guns ain't going to work. Fighting ability and stuff ain't going to work and whatnot and stuff. You know, as much as that our bench press and stuff ain't going to work, I'm going to need divine intervention. I'm going to need the Lord to step through and save my ass. So save me and my family and what. Put on his armor, as it says in Ephesians the 6th chapter, verses 10 to 18. 18, going into supplication, bed, and with prayer. You know what I'm saying? But remember, it says, give him fear no rest. That thing also says in 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, I think verse 15, it says, pray without well, it says in 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, that thing says, pray without ceasing and whatnot. So that means don't stop praying, don't stop begging. But remember, you got the old saying, beggars can't be choosers. You know what I'm saying? You know, we would hope, our expectation is that, we can hope is that, you know, Yahweh outside himself, elected us and stuff as being, the elect, the first one, the 144,000, the 4,000 men, 12,000 Israel, the governing body, and the rest of the 1/3, which is the men, women, and children of Israelites to believe in how they look, the converted to the law, statutes, commandments, for the best of the ability, things of faith, attention every day in our church is one thing on the depend on, depending on the time and fashion and the Lord's time before it's too late, and it's predestined from the beginning. And that's what we're hoping for, because that's who the Lord's going to protect. That's saying, you know, so that's who's going to ultimately be written in the book of life and stuff, even if you have to be an artist. That's saying, see what is true, you know, and guess what? A lot of people and stuff want to be one of the second Maccabees brothers and stuff who don't feel the pain. That's saying, you see, you know, right? Right, so this is Colossians. Collisions. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. It says, if ye then be risen with Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, seek those things which are above. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Matthew, the 6th chapter and stuff, lay up treasures in heaven with neither moth or rust or thief is able to steal. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what is that? Building up this spiritual bank account. So when the Lord comes in and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, when he comes back and whatnot, he gonna say, thou faithful and good servant. You know what I'm saying, right? Instead of rejecting you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what the elect would do. It says, where Yahweh Shah Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh. It says, set your affection on things above. It says, not on things on the earth. Because guess what? Everything on earth is going to be burned away. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in America or certain parts in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, they sending thermonuclear missiles and stuff whose degrees is hotter than regular fire. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You know, don't, you know, like how you got certain niggas and stuff, when they die, they want to get buried with their money and stuff, like they married, like their money's going to get spirit away like them and stuff. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, so don't worry about these things. The scripture also says in the book of Matthew, you know what I'm saying, you know, don't worry about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord can take care of the birds and whatnot and stuff, and they don't even pray, you know what I'm saying, you know, right? You know, in the grass and the trees and the plants and the vegetation and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They don't even pray. But here it is and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Lord makes sure that they good, you know what I'm saying? You know, that they will have what is needed and stuff the next day and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We need to be the same way, you see, right? Especially for the times that's coming in, you know what I'm saying? Your faith is really going to be tried and stuff because a lot of things and stuff is going to be taken out of our own power, you know what I'm saying? You see, and we're going to need the Lord, you know, you know. Remember the scripture says that the elect shall scarcely be saved, man. You see, right? Right? And the scarcely and stuff also means in few number, you know what I'm saying, right? But then also the skin in your teeth, you know what I'm saying, like barely, you know what I'm saying, right? Like just a quick dream, right? Quick Salaki for rumbling. I had this dream and stuff where I was riding my bike and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I was in what was it? I think it's called Oak Brook. You know what I'm saying? Because then you have Harlem and then Oak Brook. You know what I'm saying? And then you start sliding into Melrose Park. You know what I'm saying, right? And pretty much I was going towards Harlem. You know what I'm saying? And I was on my bicycle and stuff. And every time I crossed the street and whatnot, it was like it was cars that was purposely trying to hit me. You know what I'm saying? But these cars, they missed by like an inch or something and stuff. Like I barely made it. You know what I'm saying? If I was any type of speed too late and stuff, I would have got whacked or I would have got clipped or tailed whipped. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like these cars was trying to hit me and stuff, but I was getting away. And then I went down the street that's called Thatcher. You know what I'm saying? And God tried to hit me again and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I swerved and I failed. Now, those gigantic trucks with them big ass wheels that they use for construction. Out of nowhere, that truck is coming through and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, I fell on the ground and whatnot and stuff. And uh, uh, I fell on the ground and the truck was coming up and I could see the tires of this big wheel and whatnot, and for some reason I couldn't move when I landed on the ground, and it wasn't something severe stuff as if I got knocked out or I landed some type of way and stuff where it just sent my body into shock and I couldn't move and stuff. For some it was something. It's like I'm trying to push off, but it was like something that was trying to press me down, like there was like gravity on my body and stuff, and I couldn't press away and whatnot or push away and whatnot and stuff, to get out the way. So I'm sitting there and stuff, and I'm like, save me, save me, save me. And then next you know, at the last minute and stuff, you know what I'm saying, before this wheel was about to pop my head, like stepping on a grate, you know what I'm saying, I moved out the way and then I woke up. That scarcely be saved, man. You see, in the nick of time, you know what I'm saying, right? And it says Colossians 3 and verse 4, it says, when Yahweh Mashiach, who is our life, shall appear, it says, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Verse 5, it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? Things that are lawful and stuff, but yet it's not expedient. You know what I'm saying? Things that will cause you to be overly wicked, things that will cause you to astray from the Lord and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cut those things off. You know what I'm saying? Because it says in Matthew, the 18th chapter, verses 8 and 9 and stuff, it talks about, cutting off the arm, cutting off the hand, gouging out the eye and stuff, which is not talking about physically doing that. What it means is to cut certain things off that can get you destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You see, if you're doing too much of this or doing too much of that and stuff, leave off from that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you can get salvation. You know what I'm saying, right? And it says fornication. I'm just like 5 again. It says mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, in order and faction. And this is because when it says mortify their members and stuff, you know what I'm saying, people think that it's other individuals or your actual body parts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at the different things and stuff, you see is that it's a moral standard, you know what I'm saying, that needs to be cut off, right? So it says fornication, you know what I'm saying, anything that's profane against the scriptures. It says uncleanness, inordinate infection, evil, concupiscence. It says and covetousness, you know, wanting what somebody else has. It says which is idolatry, which is true. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Those are ways and stuff of another God. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, tells us not to be like this, right? Verse 6, it says, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience, because the children of disobedience are following another God. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, they follow another God and whatnot and stuff. And this is why they're going to get caught up in these calamities with no help, right? Right? Or if they do have some type of help and stuff, it's only for a certain period of time. Because the scripture says and stuff in Amos the fifth chapter, you know what I'm saying, that you know you met a lion and stuff and you escape, and then a bear met you, you know what I'm saying, then you escape the bear and stuff and you get into the crib and whatnot and stuff and land your hand on the wall and the serpent bit you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be certain people and stuff where they're going to get delivered from this judgment, that judgment and stuff, just to get to a worse one. You know what I'm saying? Or for another one and stuff to slip up out on them and stuff, even though they're trying to be circumspect, like those niggas and stuff from in the movie, all the movies, The Final Destination. They trying to be careful. It's like that. Right. In wickedness before, right? So like it, right? It says, but now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. It says, and have put on the new man. It says, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. It says, where, right? It says, right. So the thing is that the Lord is telling us what to put off. this is what we need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we need to be doing and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we can escape, so those miracles can come upon, so we can hopefully get spiritual powers. And the only ones who's going to get spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be men. What if they are the 144,000 who's destined to be at 144,000, or who's destined to be the 1/3? They're going to be the only ones who's going to get spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Right? You know, and then for women and whatnot, the Lord is either going to guide you to a elect man, you know what I'm saying, you know, of the elect, or the Lord is going to have the angels protect you and stuff until you reach an elect man. You know what I'm saying? You know, either for, you know, and really it's like this. right? So I'm close out with this. This is Daniel's, because we should know what time it is. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is Daniel 12 verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, which is an archangel. You know what I'm saying, Malakala. You know what I'm saying, right? Or Maiakiah. It says the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as neither was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And what is that book? That's the book of life. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? And what's going to happen is that we're going to need the angels to intervene. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, like how Israel was running away from Pharaoh, and Pharaoh was like, they gonna have to sleep one day, you know. And what did the angel that was in the sky and stuff, that was a cloud by day and a fire by night and stuff, you know, like that movie, like that song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how I wonder what you are. If you know what it, if you call in the star and stuff, then you already know what it is. But the thing is that star was doing something that was abnormal. It was twinkling. You know what I'm saying? So what did that mean and stuff? That it was something else, but it looked like a star. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? And which it was a chariot and whatnot and stuff. And chariots can come in various different colors. You know what I'm saying? You see, you'll notice if the Lord's dealing with you and stuff, you'll notice the difference between a drone, between a plane, and between a star, but and the chariot, which the chariots are what the people call flying saucers, UFOs, and UAPs, which are the chariots of the Lord, which are the strangeness of our deliverance if we're gonna be beamed up and stuff. Those who don't see death, you see, right? So yeah, it's it's gonna be horrible out here. And it says in Deuteronomy 28 chapter and stuff, right? That verses 67 through verses 66 through 67, or 65 through 67. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be praying and stuff. They're going to be able to see the next day. You know, and the Lord said he's going to laugh at a lot of individuals' calamity and stuff, because when they had time to seek him and stuff, they played around with the time. You know what I'm saying? So then, a lot of people are going to be seeking for men of the Lord. They're going to drop their different issues and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to see if they can get a hedge. And a lot of them are not going to get a hedge because they waited too late. And don't let this be you. So I hope this video is edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua.